Man, what's going on with you guys, man? Welcome to the channel, man. Hopefully everything is solid with you guys. And before we get into the content, make sure y'all go subscribe to my Patreon. Exclusive content over there. Thanks for the people that's already supporting, man. Y'all know who y'all are. And you know what I wanted to get into today is, I talk a lot about on my channel how to deal with women in the beginning, like how to attract them, how to vet them, and different things like that. But maintaining a situation, whether you want a rotation, a relationship, or you want to get married, knowing how to maintain that situation is just as important. And I think I think that part is also underrated, because the beginning is important because that sets the tone and how things go. So I wanted to discuss different things that we need to be doing to maintain that attraction, so she stays with you, so she doesn't want to leave, so she doesn't hit you with the, oh, I'm unhappy, and all these different things. So let's go ahead and get right into the list. So the first thing right off the rip is, don't stop being the guy that she met / being able to try new things. Let's be real, right? Like when we get that chick that we want, or that chick that we've been trying to get, we've been putting in the work to try to get her, and we finally get her, we finally then conquer our goals, we think it's relax time. A lot of us, we just think it's relax time. So a lot of times the things we was doing before we got the woman, now we're doing the opposite. So we stop going to the gym, we stop hanging around our friends, because we want to be around this feminine woman all the time. And there's nothing wrong with wanting to be around your woman, but what you got to understand is, your woman wants you to be that same dude that she got from the beginning. And a lot of us, we stop being that guy. So then now you come off to a woman as a fraud, because you're not that same person who you portrayed yourself to be in the beginning. You was ambitious, you was attacking your goals. And when a woman falls in love with that, or she becomes really attracted to that, you have to continue to be that guy. But this is why it's important to really be about your life, to really have priorities. You know what I'm saying? You got to have things going on, not just imaginary things that you're doing until you get the chick, and then when you get her, them things just disappear because it wasn't really you. Nah, really have stuff going on. You got to really have things that you like to do. You got to really have things that you're attacking. What are you attacking as a man every day? And also, when we get comfortable, you don't continue to try new things with your woman, because just because you got in a relationship with her, or she's in your rotation, that doesn't mean that it's over with. So you still got to be able to be spontaneous in the sense of finding new things to try in the city. You know what I'm saying? Taking a trip somewhere different, not going to the same restaurant, or stop going to the bar all the time and maybe go do like a game type of activity. You always got to spice things up and keep things new. When you get comfortable and lax, a woman's thinking in her head, man, I'll go get a guy better than you, who's going to actually treat me better. That's what she's thinking. Women have an abundance mindset. If you center your life around a woman, she would look for somebody else to lead the situation, because at that point, if you make her everything, she has nothing to follow no more. So now she has to go find somebody to follow. All right, the next thing is, you got to be able to prevent self-sabotage by embracing your insecurities. Now, what you got to understand is, when we are around women that look hella good, and it's our dream women, or just a woman you find to be very attractive, what you got to understand is, what you don't feel good about is going to come to the surface, because you thinking in your head, oh man, the dude she probably messed with probably look like this or look like that. So examples of this could be your height, your money. A lot of times, if you don't feel good about your money as a man, then naturally in that relationship, that's gonna become an issue, because you're focusing all your energy on that. And the thing is, if you have a woman who's about that character, and who is like, she's not structured, she'll be understanding to see that, okay, you clearly are working on your craft every day, you working on your hustle, you're putting in effort and still dating me, so I'm not tripping about the amount of money that you're spending. But you can never let insecurities enter the picture, man. And this is what happened to me so many times. I would let my insecurities take over, and now I'm self-sabotaging, because in my head I'm thinking, I'm gonna lose her if I don't do this, or I gotta do more, or let me see if she's still rocking with me. So a lot of times it's usually from a girl doing you wrong in your past, or girls doing you wrong in your past, or your money, your height, whatever you feel insecure about, you got to be able to embrace it. And if you can't do nothing about it, it is what it is, right? You can't do nothing about your height. But if it's something like money, this is why I said in point number 1, continue to level up. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're continuing to level up, your bag will increase. So if you can work on it, there's no need in soaking in it and being insecure around your woman. Do something about it. Like, we all got insecurities. Everybody got insecurities. So at the end of the day, learn how to embrace it. And if you can do something about it, do something about it. But don't let your insecurities be the reason why a situation doesn't work out with a woman, because that's huge. Usually for me, insecurities killed my situations because I'm acting in accordance to what I'm thinking. My mind, my mental's not right. Make sure your mindset is on point. Make sure you do feel worthy enough, because if you don't feel like you should be with this woman, or you don't feel like that you really earned her, when you start thinking like that, naturally you're gonna do things that supports that theory. So the next thing, you gotta be able to teach a woman something. What you gotta understand, again, women want to be led. And also too, you as a man, like what I noticed with me is the women that really rock with me, they appreciate the way I talk about life. I talk about certain situations, my perspective on things. Have your own perspective on things. A woman that wants you and wants to be in your life, she will appreciate that because it gives her something to follow. See, a lot of times as dudes, we don't have no type of conversation. We're not leading the woman. We don't know what to talk about because we're not well versed. You know what I'm saying? A woman wants to be able to. Now, I'm not saying you there trying to school her and this and that, but just be able to have versatile conversations. Be able to have your own perspective, because a woman will appreciate that. She will appreciate that and be inspired by that. Straight up. All right, the next one is being honest and also being able to communicate with your woman. You got to be able to communicate. And obviously all these things are on the premise of, if your woman is acting in accordance, she's doing her job as the woman. These are the different things you need to be doing as a man, right? You gotta be honest with your woman. A woman can't trust you if you're not honest. So be honest and just be real about your intentions. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no more to say than that. And also, you got to be able to communicate. Communication, like they say, is key. You got to be able to communicate how you're feeling within the relationship. You need to be able to communicate with her. Don't close down. Communicate. Talk to her. Because if you can't talk to her, she cannot read your mind. And if you can't communicate and she can communicate, it's just going to make it look like you're immature and that you can't handle a real situation with her. So you got to be able to communicate, man. And the last thing is, you got to be able to satisfy her in the bedroom. Y'all know the old saying, like, every time she comes back. You got to be able to get to her in the bedroom. And this is not just satisfying a woman sexually. You got to be able to get to her mentally, spiritually. When you can get to her on all these components, it'll be your turn for a minute. Because, you know, they say she not yours forever. You know what I'm saying? It's just your turn type of deal. But yeah, all these things that I pretty much listed, it's important to understand that, you know, maintaining attraction with a woman is not easy. It's not easy because it takes a lot of self-reflection. It takes a lot of effort, because you got to be leading your own life to start off with too. And then you got to make sure that you're giving your woman that time. You giving her that attention. You got to make sure you're communicating with her. You can't be overbearing. You can't be showing your insecurities. So there's a lot of things that come with it. And a lot of these things you learn from experience. You know what I'm saying? But maintaining attraction with a woman is just as important as the beginning stages. Because a lot of dudes can get a woman, but can't keep her. And that was me for so many years. I could get a woman in college, but I couldn't keep her for a long period of time because I didn't know how to maintain that flame, the attraction. Now, obviously, the beginning, when the fires are running hot, that's going to wear off. But after that, you got to be able to maintain it. And if you can't maintain it, then you're going to lose every woman that you potentially want to get. So like I say on every video, let's continue to put ourselves first. All right, guys, that's my video for today, man. I appreciate you guys for coming over to the channel as always. Guys, make sure you continue to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And I'm gone.